Hello, welcome to this video. My name is Leah Melquist. I am a diamond here with World Global Network. If you're watching this, likely you got your Helo in the mail. It's so exciting when you first get it set up and get it charged. And you guys, one thing I want you to understand is that this device is going to continue to evolve and get even better with time. You have in your possession the first ever device that does life sensing technology. And we have so many app developers working on apps. And over the course of this next year in 2018, we are going to see this device multiply in terms of what it can do for us. You will have the only piece of wearable tech that becomes customizable for you based on your needs. It's a really, really exciting time to be getting a first Helo. So you got your box. Okay, we're gonna just kind of walk through the contents of this, talk a little bit about getting it set up and just give you a few tips and tricks that we've learned along the way. So open up your box. Inside your box, you're gonna find basically two smaller boxes, okay? One has the Helo in it, one has the Germanium Stones. Go ahead and open up the box with the Helo and you'll have your device. Comes with a black band initially. Underneath, they take out the little sponge part, and then underneath there, you're gonna find a charger. One thing super important I want to let you know about this is you don't want to plug this into a wall. The current that comes out of our wall outlets, it's not steady, and it can be varying, and it can be too strong for the Helo, so it can actually fry your device. So you're gonna wanna always plug this just into a computer or a laptop in order to charge your device. Really, really important. Okay, you also have in there little pink thing called the Helo code. This is important. You're going to go into your back office actually and sync your device with your back office account. So go ahead and save this, but you can just set it aside for right now. Also, the Germanium Stones, this little box that comes with it. This is really, really cool. And I didn't even fully appreciate this when we first joined World and got our Helos. I mean, like, there's got to be some benefit to it because they have them in there, and I know they're very expensive. To buy a set of these on your own, it's $180. So some of the things that we've learned as the longer we've been with World is why the stones are a part of this, and it's kind of cool. Bobby Ogaldi, I'm sure you know, but he has diabetes. And the reason they came to be a part of our device, and it was so important to him, is one of the most significant effects of the illness that he has to deal with is blood circulation issues. And prior to the Helo, he was in another country. I'm not sure the details of what kind of medical place it was that he was in, but they tested his blood circulation, and this type of practitioner he was seeing said, okay, we understand that you have a lot of issues with this. I want you to wear this. It was a bracelet made of just germanium, okay? And they put it on him and had him walk around, come back, and tested his blood circulation again. And it showed quite a bit of improvement in just a small amount of time. So he ended up taking that home, and through the use of germanium, it's actually had a huge impact on his life in terms of the blood circulation issues from the diabetes. So what they know is that with increased blood circulation, it also helps us bring more oxygen to our body and decrease inflammation. And I encourage you to do some Google searching on germanium stones. And we actually have some videos put out through World that just really talks about how impactful these stones are. These, like I said, these are $180 to buy on their own. So it's a great value to have in this box when you get the box set. All right, so beyond that, you're going to want to download the Heka app. So there's a Helo app and a Heka app, and you'll notice in the manuals it says the Helo app. The Heka app gives you the blood pressure and the EKG plugin. So that's the one that most people download because they want the uses of that device. So go ahead and go to your Apple App Store, because if you're watching this one, you have an iPhone. We do have another video if you have an Android, so make sure you click on that link instead if you do not have the iPhone. So what the Heka app looks like, I'll kind of give you a quick show there. It's that blue app with a little, if you turn it this way, so it looks like a little face. So when you first download it, it's going to prompt you to put in your phone number and send you a PIN. And it'll come through text message. It comes pretty instantly. So as soon as you do that, go ahead and enter the PIN in. And then a quick start guide will pop up. I can kind of show you. Once you get to your app, there's also then a menu right there that once you get it downloaded, you'll see that. And you can find the quick start guide at a later time also. So you can just see on the menu right there, it says quick start. If you click through that, it's gonna pop up and walk you through also the setup of this device, okay? Just talk to you about how to wear it. Bluetooth connection, this is important. So when you first get your device, it will be almost, or it'll be a slight charge, but for the most part, you need to put it on your charger. Give it a good 8 hours so it gets a full charge, and you'll notice that it's red. The light on it is red. That's going to tell you at any point that your Helo is dead or that needs to be charged. And like right now, as I just pulled this one out of the box, it is red. So it needs to be on there and be charging for a while. In the future, you're also within your app, there will be a little icon within your app that will show you how much battery life you have left. So once this guy is fully charged, this light is going to turn green. So that indicates to you a good charge. And there's another light you're going to see throughout periodically. That's a blue light. So the difference is when your light is green, you have a charge to your device and it is reading your data. Okay. When you see it turn blue, that means it's connected to your device. And you're going to want that in order for the device to dump the information down to the phone. If it's not blue, don't worry. It's still collecting your data and doing, the different run based on the time you have set, first from 30 minutes to up to 120 minutes, the interval at which you want it to run your vitals. It will do that even if it's not blue, okay? It's just in order for it to sync to the device and then dump the data down so you can look on your app and read your most up-to-date information, that's when you want it to turn blue. So in order to do that, at any point, just click on your app and then it will open and you will see that it's searching for your Helo and it should turn blue then. And then the information, then within a minute or two, you'll see it update itself and you'll get your most up-to-date information. Okay, so lots of great things in this menu. If once you go to personal info, that's important as well. You're going to want to fill that out. So put in your height, your weight, your left hand, right hand. There's a bunch of information there. Just go ahead. If you don't know your blood type, that's okay. You can go if you figure out, you can go and put that back in. There's nothing we need that for at this point, but in the future, I'm sure there will be apps that information will be helpful to know. Okay, so, and I just encourage you to go through the menu and kind of play through different things here. The next thing that's super important is you're going to want to calibrate your device as soon as possible. Because what's so cool about this and with our life sensing technology and through something called artificial intelligence, once you do that calibration and you tell it, and you're going to want to do it with a blood pressure cuff, at Walgreens, or stop in at your physician's office and just have them run your blood pressure. Once you do that and you tell it, this is what my blood pressure is, and then you run the blood pressure on here and it'll say calibrate, and you just say yes and you put in the values. Then it's going to continue then in the future be able to predict you really accurately. It's pretty crazy. And it continues to get better as far as the steps and the mood and energy and all the other features. All of it will continue to get better and more accurate with time as it continues to learn you, because it can, as it knows you better and it wears you're wearing it consistently. That through that artificial intelligence, it just it learns us, which is just so crazy cool. All right, so again, it's super important to get that bad boy calibrated as soon as possible. Then, let's see here, back to the app. Go back to that. So if you run to measure, if you were like, okay, well, how do I get it calibrated again? Or how do I run a new calibration? If you just go to under measure, which is on the bottom of the app here, if you can, I don't know if you can see that well enough, but it's on the bottom, blood pressure. And then once it has it run, it's going to run it. There will be just a little line down there that says calibrate. So that's how you can recalibrate it at any time. Some other things with the device, in order to turn it on, you just hold it for 3 seconds, that little side button there. Turn it off, it's 5 seconds. And if you ever want to just reset the data, which I'm not sure if you give it to somebody new, that's when you would do that. But for the most part, you don't at any point want to reset it because it needs to start learning that information all over again. And since it's learning you can't, some people want to just throw it on someone else for demonstration purposes. It's not going to be super accurate to them because it knows your information and your vitals. So not something you can just easily, swap between one person and another, but you can, if you reset the device, it can be used for somebody else at a different time. Another thing that's really important is when you're not wearing your device, taking a shower, swimming, whenever you would take it off. Some people choose to not sleep with it, which is totally fine too. Sometimes it bothers people to wear anything on their wrists at night. Shut your device off. So again, hold it down for 5 seconds to turn it off. If you don't shut it off when you're not reading, it's going to actually continue to take readings at the intervals that it's set at, and then it will make your readings off because it's not reading. It just reads the air, and there will be a reading actually created, and that's been a common question. How can it read something when it's not on me? The sensitivity has to be set really, really high for dark-skinned people, for people that have a tattoo, so it can still read through the skin. So it just picks up things in the air, and obviously it won't be an accurate reading, but it will throw off all of your data, because a lot of us like to watch and see what our data does over time, and then it's going to mess with the algorithms also. So if you take it off, I just make sure and I just shut the device off, so I don't have to worry about any of that. So that's important to know too. So kind of in summary, the most important things for your device to know, to make sure you don't plug it into the wall. Again, that's super important. Don't throw this guy away. Go into your back office, and you're going to put that Helo code in to sync it there. Plug it in. Again, plug it into to your computer to charge, and make sure you can shut it off when you're not wearing it. But other than that, that's kind of the basics of getting your device set up. I'm super excited for you because you're just going to get to begin to play with this device and just see how awesomely cool it is. And across the bottom of your app, I want to mention that as well, there is, you'll see a Helo App Store. There's a ribbon right here, and that's where you're going to go in the future and be able to download other apps like the Helo Fit and all the other stuff that they're going to come out with. I know there's going to be a new weight loss app there pretty soon, I think after January. You'll be able to download those things there, and again, just to make your device more multifunctional. So I hope this was helpful, and feel free to reach out if you have any further questions on setting your device up.